Hey folks, today is April the 26th. We're going to go ahead and do our iMarkets Live final update here. As you guys can see, this is the trade room. They switched over to Zoom. I'm guessing mainly because after the promo, there were so many new signups. I guess we had to move over to something that could accommodate more people in the trade room. But as you guys can see, this is typically where you'll see Chris Terry taking trades and you'll be able to follow along with him. There's also a chat box that you can click in, and you can ask your questions and talk to other people in here. All right, let's get back over here to this. And we will go over not just the trade room, we'll also go over the harmonic scanner as well as the trade copier service. But for right now, let's go over the positives that I've noticed for the trade room. Very high win rate. Obviously, I recorded lots of videos, so you guys can check those out at EmpireAmbition.com. Easy to learn system. Easy to follow along with the trades. Again, the vendor does take trades right in front of you. All you have to do when you see him buy, he'll also call it. So you can do the exact same thing in your NinjaTrader platform or your Forex platform, whichever you happen to be using. All right, vendor trades live in the room. That is a big deal, because a lot of other trade rooms typically use demo accounts or sim accounts, or either they'll just make calls without actually letting you see them enter the trade. We know in the iMarkets Live trade room that Christopher Terry is risking real money, which I guess kind of, it sets me more at ease to know that he's, kind of putting his money where his mouth is, I guess you could say. All right, Q&A sessions after each trading session. That's another big deal to me, because obviously it's a new system. You're going to need to talk to the vendor to get your questions answered so that you can get up to speed as quickly as possible. And from what I've seen, they do have question and answer sessions at the end of the trading day, every day. And also some of the time before he actually starts trading, a lot of the time before he starts trading, he'll go over the futures market and give you guys a lot of information about it. And you can ask questions then as well. There is a Forex part to the trade room. The hours, let me see here. Hold on one moment, folks. I know the London Open starts at 2 o'clock, and I'm pretty sure that the New York Open starts at 8:30. Let me double check. One moment. All right. Wanted to make sure I got the proper information for you guys. So here it is here. All right. Futures trade room is from 9:30 till 10:30. Forex is from 8 a.m. until 9:30 a.m. Obviously, this is the New York session. All right, the London session is starting at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Question and answers for the future session is after 10:30 to 12 noon. And a lot of times it doesn't go that long. Depends on how many questions the people that are in the room actually have. All right. Let's continue here. Number 7 is inexpensive in comparison to other trade rooms that are out there. A lot of the other trade rooms that I've seen are between $300 and $500. So obviously, this particular product at $145 per month is definitely cheaper and is a better value to me, in my opinion, than what I've seen that's out there currently. On top of that, you not only get the trade room, but you also get the harmonic scanner and several other things that I'll go over momentarily here. Some of the negatives that I've seen are cursing in the trade room. It doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen, and you probably will notice it, especially if you're somebody that is not used to hearing that, momentarily, or if you're not expecting it to happen, it will pop up. Bragging. There is some bragging. If you have a really good day, Chris does sometimes brag about his abilities in trading. So you can expect that as well. The third negative that I've noticed is that Chris runs the trading room personally. And what that means is if he gets sick or if something happens with Chris, then obviously there's going to be no trading for that day. From what I understand, there's no, backup person that can come in and take over, that knows the system well enough to, I guess, run the room for Chris. Or maybe it's not even that nobody knows the system well enough. Maybe it's just that they haven't assigned anybody to it. It is possible to have so much on your plate that, you can't handle it all. And I'm not saying that's going to happen with Chris, but I am saying that it is possible. and that I have noticed in the past where, you know, something happens with Chris, the trading is just done for that day. You know, there's just no trading. All right. And I'm going to go into the back office here so you guys can see. All right, so this is the back office. If you want to access the iMarkets Live trade room, just go to trading, click on live trading room. That's going to take you to this page here. Then you click on join our live trading room, and that's going to take you, this is actually going to give you the zoom.us link to access the trade room. And after you do that, you'll get this information here will pop up. All right, let's move on to the next item here. All right, next is the harmonic scanner. Let me pull this up. All right, so this is the harmonic scanner. All right, some of the positive, tons of training in the back office. Let's go ahead and check that out right now. And let me see if I can pull this up really quick. All right, so if you come into the back office and you click on, actually, if you just hover over trading library, you're going to see beginner videos, advanced videos 2, live trading classes, webinars, you know, there are trading books, getting started. Then there's harmonic patterns, trading articles. There's just a lot of information that you're going to be able to go through. Let's go to harmonic scanner trading course, so you guys can see exactly what you're going to be getting here. All right, steps to success trading course, and you have to, well, you don't have to, but it's recommended that you go through each one of these videos so that you can learn what you need to master this system. All right, then obviously more information here. So there's definitely a lot of videos that you're going to have access to get you up to date pretty quickly on how the system runs. All right, number 2, you can use this system for binary options or Forex. Right here, if you go into the trade room, they mainly focus on the higher time frames for Forex, which is the hourly, 4-hourly, and sometimes the daily. But you can also use the binary options harmonic scanner, which is what you guys see here. And you can use that with your binary options broker. All right, number 3, it's a very easy to learn system. All right, even though there are quite a few videos in the back office, it's very simple. Like I said, it tells you exactly where to enter, tells you where your first profit target is, second profit target is, tells you exactly how much you can risk per trade depending on how large your trade is, or excuse me, how large your account is. Okay, so everything is basically done for you here. From trade management to lot sizes, everything is just done. All right, very profitable during my Forex testing. Obviously, you can check my videos out at EmpireAmbition.com. I posted quite a few videos, and in fact, let me go to account history here. While I was testing the harmonic scanner, these were actually my results. All right, so I had very good results while I was testing the harmonic scanner. And again, if you want to see the videos for these trades, just visit EmpireAmbition.com and you can check those out. All right, daily training in the trade room to shorten the learning curve. All right, besides all of the videos that you guys are going to have access to in the back office, you can also jump into the trade room with Christopher Terry so that you guys can ask him questions and watch him trade, so that you guys can, like I said, shorten the learning curve. All right, number 6, alert system so you don't miss any trades. All right, if we come in here, go to, actually, I can't do that yet. I think it shows my information. Let me pause the video one moment, folks. All right, it actually shows my username and password at the top. But if you scroll down, if you go into experts for the scanner, what you're going to notice is send email. If that's set to true, it'll send an email when there's a new opportunity. Alert pop-up, if you set that to true, it'll basically make a noise and give you a pop-up when a new opportunity presents itself. So this is definitely good if you're not able to sit in front of your computer all day long. So you definitely have that option, which is going to be beneficial to you. All right, some of the negatives that I've noted, excuse me, it's only usable with two brokers, FXCM for demo and Traders Way for live. So what that means is you need to have a live account with Traders Way, but how a lot of people have been getting around that, they simply set up their FXCM demo account and then they actually take the trades in whatever broker that they actually have a live account with. That way you don't have to open up a live account with Traders Way if you already have a broker that you're used to and that you're happy with. All right, let's continue scrolling down here. And again, folks, if you have any questions on anything I'm talking about, definitely visit EmpireAmbition.com and send me an email. That's the best way to get a hold to me. If you contact me through YouTube, it might take days or weeks, but I check my email every morning and I'll get back to you ASAP. All right. Next thing is the iMarkets Live Trade Copier. And let me go to that website real quick. It's at fxsignalslive.com. That's a trade copier service. Let's pull this out, get this over here. All right. All right, so when you come to the website, this is basically what it's going to look like. And you can click on traders right here. You'll be able to see the different traders that you'll have access to. High risk, medium risk, low risk. I know they plan on adding at least 12. So you'll have access to quite a few more when the time comes or at some point in time in the future. All right, let me see where the next level is here. I want to show you guys one other thing here in the back office. All right. Anyway, the issue that I had with the trade copier service, or why I didn't decide to go ahead and test it in a live account, as you guys can see here, direct connection is free, which means you have to have an account with FXCM, Oanda, or Axiori. But the managed account, they do offer hosting, and that's going to be $15 per month. I currently have an account with FX Choice. It only has, like $150 in there. It's a very small account. Haven't really touched it or done anything with it in a long time. And I planned on using that for the live trade copier, very small lot sizes, just so that we can see in a live environment, how it performs. But like I said, $15 per month. If I had a larger account, I wouldn't have any problem paying, $15 per month. But if I'm just at $150, $200, obviously that's not going to be worth it to me. And we can take a look here. Let's set up I have a live account. If we click on that, now remember, direct, these are the brokers for that, and it's free. Direct connection is free. You come in here, you can select the master trader, and you can choose one of these brokers, FXCM, Oanda, Axiori, or FXCM UK. Now, if I choose hosting, you can see here $15 per month extra. Now with that, I can come in here and I could choose FX Choice, and you can choose either of these other brokers. But like I said, for me, it wouldn't have made sense to do that. Okay. So that's why I chose to skip the iMarkets Live Trade Copier. But obviously you guys can come here and check out how they've done, the low risk individual Steady Freddy. Obviously he's done extremely well. Let's see what we have here. All right, as you guys can see, winning trade percentage, 100%. His initial balance, he started out with, he started out with $1,000. Current balance is $1,375.77. So he has made a nice profit in the time that he's been trading. And you can see here it goes all the way back to October 2015. So definitely very good trading results there. We can go back, see some of the others here. He's the only low risk right now, but you can also check out the medium risk here. They've also done extremely well. All right, so a 78% win rate. Let me see when he started. All right, so September 29th, 2015. And he's currently up 77% in that time period. All right, so you guys can definitely, like I said, just come to this website, fxsignalslive.com, and you'll be able to see exactly how each of the individuals that they currently have up have performed over their time period. All right, let's get back over to this. All right, so overall, what you're actually going to get with your iMarkets Live membership is a Forex trade room, the futures trade room, harmonic scanner for Forex, harmonic scanner for binary, and you're also going to get the trade copier service, which we just went over, for $145. Now, again, there are other trade rooms by themselves that are between $300 and $500. In fact, a lot of them are in that price range. And here, for $145, we not only get a futures trade room, but we also get everything else that comes with iMarkets Live. Okay, so I definitely do recommend this service, even though there are, a few kind of hiccups. For example, a lot of people probably, won't like the cursing or the bragging that goes on in the room, but it's not something that you're going to hear every 5 minutes. It's just something that you might hear, after, if his computer freezes or if something bad happens, he might, throw out a curse word or something like that. If we have a really good day, you know what I mean? He might say, this is what happens in the trade room. Nobody else can compare to this, blah, 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 and just stuff like that. After you guys do choose to get signed up, or if you choose to get signed up, a lot of people ask me, what do I do next? And with that, here you go. All right, go to imltrain.com. This is going to show you exactly what to do in your first 72 hours. It's going to give you all the information. Broker accounts, broker setups, mirror trading, how that works, live trading, getting that set up, the business side of the system, getting that set up. I mean, there's just a lot of information here, okay, that you're going to be able to go through. They have training, compensation, business information, business tools, events, and in fact, I haven't even gone through all of these. Let's see what business tools are here. All right, IML sites, GV sites, presentation PowerPoints, compensation plan information, download PDF, simple breakdowns. Excuse me, folks, my throat is getting to me here. Let's check events. All right, here you can come, obviously, check events, compensation information, training. You got education, mindset, customers, Forex. So there's definitely a lot of information here that you guys are going to have access to. So once you get signed up, visit imltrain.com, and that's going to give you kind of a quick start to your IML business. All right, so again, definitely recommend the product. From what I found in the trade room, it was very profitable. What I found with the harmonic scanner, again, very profitable. And all of this is backed up with my videos, so you guys can definitely go back and watch those videos to see how I did with each particular product. And yeah, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me at EmpireAmbition.com. Again, I check my email daily. I check YouTube, maybe once or twice a week, if I'm not uploading videos. So definitely contact me at through my email. Actually, let me go ahead and pull this up so you guys can see. All right, EmpireAmbition.com. Contact us. I just want to make sure you guys know how you can get a hold of me. And if you have used this before, I typically get back to you within 30 minutes to an hour. So you definitely won't have to wait long to get a response from me. All right, I wanted to keep this under 20 minutes, and it looks like I was able to do that. So if you guys have any questions, again, just get at me and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Take care, folks.